Hey, what's good? This is Roknin, and welcome back to Roknin vs. Online, the series where I take some time to talk about what's going on in my mind when I jump online and play these matches. It's kind of like a rewind. It's about that time. Anyway, I'm going to keep trying to rhyme because I rhymed again, actually, and by accident. I'm going to keep trying it because I actually think that's cool. That's my shtick. It's my thing. So, I am playing Poison, as you can tell. Now, initially, first day I was like, wow, Poison seems pretty cool. And then second day I was like, Poison's not for me. I'm gonna play Lucy because that's where everybody else says the best character is. And Poison's like should be like a ton of work. And I'm like, I don't want to be losing again. I already went through that problem before. I'm like, I could just play Chun-Li. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna play Chun-Li and Falke call today. And then I had a few people reach out to me and say you should try Poison, but in particular, Zane, one of my folks out here, one of the old school players out here, caught wind of a Justin Wong tweet that said, yo, if you play Falke, you should play Poison. She's just so much better. She's what Falke should be, or something along those lines. And he literally tagged me on Twitter and was like, hey. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give her one more try. I'm going to see if I can find what I like about Poison. And I have to change my mind about a few things. This goes into the last video I made where I'm changing my mindset and changing how I think about how I play, what I'm looking to accomplish, what I'm doing. And essentially, I have to really learn to play to learn. That sentence probably made no sense. I have to remind myself to play to learn. And that I'm going to lose a bajillion matches before I get to where I want to get to. And it's funny because I actually went through that process with Chun-Li and it worked out very well. And I actually like where my Chun is at right now. I mean, she's got to get some improvements, so I'm still playing Chun. But I'm looking to replace Falke with Poison if it works out well, right? And knowing that and picking up a new character, especially a complex character, Poison is fairly complex. Of the three characters that were released, like Poison is probably the second most complex. She's not an easy pickup. It's not a character you just play and just, oh, well, I got everything down pat. But I've always been prided myself on not being very good at like high execution characters or anything. Good lord. Sorry, distracted. But her execution level is kind of at that cusp where it's not Monat levels of execution, but she gives me kind of the feel that I play with Monat when I'm actually playing her. And that was I want to play Monat, but like it was just to do her actual damage, and like a lot of her micromanagement was just too much for my pea brain to handle. But playing Poison, I feel like I've actually gotten to a place where a lot of it makes sense, and it's working out a lot better. So now that I've gotten through that, I'll talk about the actual match in front of me because it's actually very important. That first match, so this is all the same. This is the same lobby. It was against a Diamond player. Shout out to him or her. JDD444. Thank you for playing for these matches and indulging my whack ass Poison. It was fun. Yeah, but this matchup here, I need to learn this matchup, so I'm probably gonna bug the Poison Discord for some thoughts on how to handle it, because I mean, aside from the fact that I need to know how to play Poison anyway, it really felt like Birdie just did everything that Poison wanted to do, but better and with more damage. Yeah, I want to play Birdie. Look at him. I don't want to play Birdie. Well, if it's nostalgia Birdie, I'll play him. But anyway, my point being, like right now, I'm just getting basically stepped on. I think part of my problem, at least from what I can see from my cursory glance, is that I'm letting him get away with a lot of things. I'm not really giving him max damage right now. I'm just trying to get a little bit of whatever I can. He's gonna. Oh, how did I not combo that? I got the jump fierce, but I didn't believe in it. And now I did that by accident. That was totally by accident. That was supposed to be EX heart rate, but I think my brain was like, it did the wrong direction. And I was gonna bring him in and try to go for a frame trap. But yeah, once he really sets up, I feel like there's not a lot that I can do. Now that I'm looking at the match again, this isn't the worst. This isn't that bad, but I need to figure out ways to open up a good Birdie in a situation, because like I think in general characters that can kind of sit back and relax are gonna give her trouble. Ooh, I pressed the button at the wrong time. I tried to throw tech, and I'm gonna get stunned, and that's the end of that match. Whew. And it is grab. That situation, I could have woke up and did a 3-frame jab to try and interrupt the grab, but I don't think there's a lot I could have done in that. Like, I could have tried to jump, but it would have been a read, and he would just anti-air me if I was wrong. So it's just kind of like, that's the mix-up of being put in the corner and waking up. So I had to hold that. Yeah, I don't know. I have to figure out what my options really are in this matchup, especially in neutral. Like, it feels very weird, basically. Playing a character that kind of does what you would like to do, but does it with more damage. I won't necessarily say better because I don't know that much yet. It's kind of TBD, but it does feel like he's a more solid character. And I think that's down to him having reversals, like flat out, because it's not as easy to trap him and keep him locked down. And as good as Poison's range is, Birdie can kind of cover those ranges, and he has an actual projectile in his V skill that I can't punish unless I'm in V skill myself, like that. And now with that can out, I have to basically trying to force the issue to either jump or do Love Me Tender and hope that I can get over it. But like right now, I'm just getting walked to the corner. I did connect that though, so that's good. Kind of one of my goals too, as I'm noticing when I play Poison now, is to make sure that I'm aiming to keep myself away from the corner. Not being afraid. I gotta not be afraid to back up, to walk away, but at the same time, I need to be much more vigilant about, like, okay, don't corner yourself. Ugh. And see, his anti-air is just as good is better than hers, probably, or probably as good as her. I'm gonna say better. Her cross medium punch is ridiculous, and her light shocking heal is actually really good. Up and see, now we're in the corner, and now what are you doing in a situation against Birdie? That's where the problem comes in. Like right now, I activated my V trigger. To be fair, with this match, I've used V trigger 1, and I think maybe I would have been better to use V trigger 2, but I do believe the first time I played this match against this guy, I played V trigger 2, and it didn't work out well at all. Oh, either the first or second set I played against his Birdie, I can't remember which one it was, but man, it's just, I need to find a range that I can stay at that'll be comfortable. And so that's been one of my other goals with Poison as well. So one is like to make sure I'm not walking myself too far in the corner too fast. That was, I should have been walking for like that, and apparently that gets counter hit damage. So make sure I'm not getting myself cornered too fast like this. Using V reversal is gonna be like necessary in this match with this character. Like I have to be able to use that more often. That sucks though, that her whip interacts with the can. Like if I hit the can, I stumble. To me, that makes no sense whatsoever. Like I get that the whip has a hitbox, and that's totally understandable. But the fact that you can hit a banana peel or a can with the whip and then you stumble for it, makes no sense to me. That just, I'm like, please fix. It's probably not gonna be fixed, but whatever. So yes, in this situation right now, it's like I need to find my comfortable spacing where like I know I missed that, where I know he really can't. And I just like waiting. He's gonna step up a little bit and do overhead. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I saw the overhead coming a mile away, but I still didn't block it because that's how it goes. I need to find my comfortable spacing in that matchup. Like, let me go back a little bit. I feel like this spacing is too advantageous to him, because the thing I have that at least the furthest that I'll probably reach him at this point is, let's see. Yeah, this, even with that space, like look at that just whiffs. That was completely at that spacing. So I got to figure that out. I need to be a little bit closer in so that he can't get his long range moves out and just punish me for whiffing that. But I get whiff punished pretty hard here, and he does the I'm pretty sure it's the medium chain grab that puts me right in front of him, and that sets me up to just be abused basically. But like if I was a step further in, I would have hit him out of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 squares, maybe 4.5. So I need to move in like maybe another half square. That would probably hit. That would probably connect. That sucks though. Like right there, that just sucks. Like ugh. I'm not saying the move sucks. It just sucks that happened. I thought I had the right spacing, but clearly I was wrong. His hurt box must move back when he does his move slightly, just enough to make that whiff. So I need to step in a little bit more. So that means that my spacing ultimately to hit with the low It's probably slight, like one step more to the right. I think that's where I want to be at, is one step more to the right at this range. Like when he did this, I saw him winding up. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for the low, because if he cancels it, he's probably just gonna hold back. So I'll still hit him. He won't just block this, but it's out of range for it. And for me personally, I feel like the lows are gonna be the most important range to keep in mind. Like right here, he goes for this, and I just like let go. I'm like, all right, cool, I got him right there. Nope. And I think mentally and visually, I thought I had it too, and that's why I let go. Cause like right here, I'm already holding it right here, and he crouches. I see him wind up the chain. In our reaction, I let go of punch, but it whiffs, and it's super slow on return, and his reaches further, which is wild. Yeah, so I really need to sit down and play in training mode. I did a little training mode with him just to see what I could punish some basic stuff with. Punishing his let me get out of the well. Punishing his dolphin dives are actually really easy with poison. Like I shouldn't be getting hit by dolphin dives at all. Crouch medium punch handles all of them like easily. And I think that's kind of just a bonus of having a crouching normal that's, say, anti-air, rather than a standing normal that's anti-air, one that's that fast. Because yeah, like they're literally like, I can't think of a range where if I do crouch medium punch, it just won't hit me or something. Like I'll lose to it. It hits all of them. But that also requires me to have the reactions to do that too, so I have to keep that in mind. So this is gonna be a problem. It's another problem I'm gonna definitely have. I can tell it's gonna be Bison, but Bison gives me a problem with all my characters. The only character I've ever had like little trouble with Bison was Cammy, and I'm not playing Cammy anymore. I refuse to go back down that path, so I have to figure out a way to deal with this matchup. And at first I felt pretty good about this particular match, but there's a few things that I really just kind of fell prey to that I did not deal with because my character's new. And so I'm like, oh, well, I can do this or do that or whatever the case may be. But like right now, I'm kind of getting rocked. No doubt about it. I just activated V-Trigger Raw there, and that was probably not the greatest thing. But he's very susceptible to just sitting still and charging. So I'm like, well, if he's sitting still and charging, he's probably not going to be thinking about when I'm going to throw my my command grabs. This is really, I feel like this match is probably really good for V-Trigger too. I can catch Bison when he's charging something. I got that crush count, but I really couldn't get anything off of it. I should have did my grab, but I didn't think to. And now I'm just stuck kind of in this corner here. And the other thing too that's gonna happen in this match is I'm not anti-airing at all, because before this match I hadn't really practiced anti-airing Bison and stuff. Oh, I tried to get a setup off of that, and it's a back throw in the corner. And what I should have done was I should have backed off and did stand fierce. That would have actually been a lot safer, but it's fine. I actually could have Indiana Jones swung that one, but it's okay. I didn't cancel that or anything. See right there, oh, here's online happening. I think online starts happening in this match too. I did get that, but I didn't want to cancel my super because it was too early. It would have done really good damage. Ugh, I want to punish that. I probably should just crouch light kick into the jab, but I'm not sure. I know he wanted to get that canceled, but I didn't stop him. He missed his throw time, but I didn't punish him properly. I got to use air more with her as well. I think that's something I'm very much gonna have to keep an eye out on. Oh, well, I should have punished that way harder. But he walked back. I'm not sure why he walked back. Connection is going to hell. I can actually shocking heal that from what I practiced afterwards. Like it's not even that bad. I'm like, okay, well, if we're gonna sit here and just spam light kick, then you're not clearly not gonna react to me doing this. You're just thinking I'm gonna get a hit with this. I'm like, okay, well, cool. I guess I'll just grab you. So I like having a long distance command grab. That's really dope. I love that about her. We ended up trading on that, which is annoying. I could tell I wasn't gonna make that range, so I just stopped myself. What I probably should have done once I got that crush counter at that range would do left knee tender. AKA her flip kick. That would have probably done a better job. Or like avant line. That could have reached too. But like with her, I shouldn't have a problem getting something off of like crush counter. Oh man, I didn't realize he had missed the grab until it was too late, and I didn't react properly, so I had to kind of hold that. I wanted to get that's supposed to be into. I didn't mean to get that super. I mean not super. I didn't mean to get that V trigger. This was where things got annoying, because I'm like, oh, we're gonna play this game, and I kind of realized at this moment that Poison doesn't have anything to force him out of this position. Like, there's nothing I can do really. But not if I was playing her, I could throw the crystal ball, put it behind him from that far out, and there would be like, here there's nothing I can really do. After this, he can just waste time, and I don't have anything that can get over there. And now he's just being a dick. And I mean, that's fine. This is what he should be doing. He got a little impatient. I'm not sure why, but he's pretty much just toying with me at this point. So, but yeah, there's nothing I can really, at least that I know of, that I could do in a situation where he's just running up the clock against her. Like, yeah, I tried to do something to kind of cross the distance as fast as I could, but he has no reason. I have no V trigger left, so I can't grab him. I don't have V trigger 1, so I can't like just throw bottles at him. V trigger 1 in that case might be the better thing for this matchup in case Bison decides to run and be a dick for the timer scam. And I don't know, that might be the better option, because yeah, that situation, there was nothing I could think of that would force him to react to anything. Like, he was at full screen. She doesn't have anything to force you back. She doesn't have a projectile, so she's kind of like, well, I'm here. Like, say, like I said, Manat has a crystal ball she can throw out there to scare you and then explode it, and then you have to deal with the chip damage. Dawson has fireballs, so he can actually set those up, and he can teleport, so he can get around you and make you deal with it. But any other character can just basically run at that point, especially if you're like Bison. You have such a good backdash, and so at that point I can back him into a corner, but then all he has to do is just jump over me or fly over me with a head stomp, get to the other side, and do the process all over again. So my goal at this point, knowing that, wasn't to be like, okay, I normally on my mindset I'd be like, well, I guess that means this match sucks and I'll never be able to win it. But I mean, my goal this time in the second round was to be like, all right, well, don't let him get to that position. Keep the lead at all times, and then keep him away. If he gets the lead, you lose. And that's kind of my mindset I have to play this with now. Like, my whole goal is to keep the life lead as much as I can. There will be points where I'll lose a life lead, but I gotta keep it close. He tried to do that, but then I thought I could walk up and punish, but I just didn't. It was too fast. I'm like, okay, well, fine, that's cool. And I think this round to be more of an example of how I want to play Poison. You know, I am in the corner right now. I preemptively did stand roundhouse. Stand roundhouse feels pretty good for Punisher's dashes, because it's such a stiff. It doesn't move very much, and I don't know, something about it really feels like it's probably the range too, in the way it animates. Like, it felt like it was just the right thing to use, especially if he tried to dash and he gets the wrong timing. I'll just crush counter him. But yeah, I got this punish. I was very happy with it. But I don't think this kills him though, unfortunately, because I'll jab. Did it kill him? Oh yeah, it did. Never mind. It did kill him. That's a KO. 100% a KO. I drink some tea if you don't mind. Poison is too much. But I've loved this character since I don't know when. I loved her in previous games. Definitely, I loved her in Cross Tekken. I didn't main her, but she was one of my mini secondaries, and I was going to pick her up more often. My only problem with Poison in Cross Tekken is that she really didn't gel with anybody, or very few characters that well, because the only thing she could tag off of was her DP, and her DP sent you flying like all kind of angles. If this Poison was in Cross Tekken, I think she would have actually been a really good tag character. But I digress. I miss her fireball though. Her CADC fireball, which people didn't get to experience if they didn't play Cross Tekken. Man, I don't know what to tell you. Her fireball game was so fun in Cross Tekken. Like, oh man, I love playing her fireball game in Cross Tekken. It was very close to very similar to Ryu's in the sense that you could charge it up and anything, but I think her fireball was better. But I digress. This Cross Tekken, this is Street Fighter 5, so let's get back to this. So I'm trying to figure out on the fly like what I can do to deal with his head stump, because right now it's just not coming to me, and the solutions I'm trying to come up with, they aren't working. he did a raw slide. I'm not sure why he thought that would work, but then again, I haven't been punching much else, so. Is this when we get, no, not yet, not quite. Oh, here we go, yeah. I can punish that, but I think I have to punish with stand jab or something, I'm not sure. And he is on my block right now, just light me up. Man, I need to look at that again, because that was bad. That's too far back. Whoop, too far forward. We'll get there in a second. Okay, so he charged that. He did it again. What did I didn't even get counter hit. So what happened? Because that doesn't like, what happened there? It wasn't a counter hit, so I didn't press a button. All right, let's see. Let's go back. Too far back. Yeah, so here, I don't know what I could have hit with at this range to punish that, if it's even punishable. That might have been safe. I actually need to go back and hit training mode to see if that's safe too. They tried it again. I need to go back to training mode to see if that's safe too. Yes, I tried to jab it, but clearly I was out of range. I'm like, damn, I can't do anything about that from here. But then I still did shocking heel. I was buffering it and it just came out. I didn't buffer properly, because you know it's hard to buffer jabs and shorts. They're very hard to buffer and not have the move actually come out because it's so fast. So let me see. I was going to get to the point where he's Bison, man. Bison always gives me a problem. I tried to stop him from teleporting. I'm like, he's probably going to try and walk forward or dash forward, teleported right through it. Punishes me for trying. And now we get to this, that, and then pretty sure we're gonna do a knee press in a second. That, and then I activate V trigger. So I'm like, I'm gonna grab the shot at him. I'm tired of dealing with this. I want to grab him. It's twice. It's plus. I can't press anything. It's not my turn. Light kick, medium kick. So after the medium kick, did I press a button? I must have tried to do something. Oh, I tried to go. I know I did. I tried to go for the command grab. I didn't think he would do knee press nightmare right here. And that's definitely, it looks like the medium one. So I recovered. I think I tried to go for it again. And I get hit again. And then what happens here? I blocked that. I block again, so I'm still blocking. Now I'm just trying to, I'm really trying to find my turn. That's what it is. I'm trying to find my turn. I have no reversal because I'm poisoned right now. And this might be one of the matchups where I feel like I might have to play like Chun-Li or Falke, just because, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. I need to learn how to deal with it as poison, mainly as Chun-Li, really. I could probably play Chun for this match, so I have some kind of reversal and better anti-air. Well, no, I think poison has better anti-air than Chun-Li does, honestly. Poison anti-air is very solid. I'm just not good at it yet because I'm not used to it. I don't have it down to muscle memory. But yeah, like, I'm not sure what I tried to do here because it's not a counter hit. I don't see counter hit anywhere on the screen. So I didn't press a button. Did I just try and walk? Did I walk forward? I don't think I did. Like, I stood up. Not even stand up. So how did I get hit here? I must have tried to do trigger. I must have tried to do my V trigger too and grab him. And it just hit me before you even started up, so it didn't count as counter hit. That's the only thing I can think of that I did. Either way, I shouldn't have been pressing anything. Like, that's really what it comes down to. I shouldn't be pressing anything. Play it through now. So yeah, that was tough. It was a tough set to deal with. And right after that set, what I try to do now is if I have a tough set or I have a tough situation, I didn't show it on the birdie match, but with this match in particular, what I do is I go right to training mode now. Like immediately. Like I stop playing matches, I go to training mode. I'm pretty sure I turned network connection off. We'll see in a second when it loads up. Let's see if I do it. Did I do it? Did I do it? I'm definitely gonna do recording, so we're gonna see that. Oh, yep, here we go. I cut it off. Like cut it off. Figure out what the problem was. Figure out why you got hit by that and why you were having trouble. And so the problem here is I don't know exactly what the setup was, because that's what I got hit by. Like basically it was like light. I'm assuming it was light scissors because light scissors is the safest one. And so I don't see how you would do any other one in my face. They would all be like super unsafe. And that is definitely jab punishment between them because the scissors has pretty strong startup. So, and he was doing it like pretty close to my face. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what it really was that stopped me. It's -4, but it's +4 for me, so I can do cross jab. Because with cross jab, I'm pretty sure it's 4 frame startup, so it punishes. I tried to actually cancel the super, but so it should punish, and it does. Her stand jab is 3 frames, so that's a guaranteed punish. But that also means I have to stand. But yeah, that works. And then so after that, I want to make sure like the punish is proper. So I'm pretty sure that I punished with 3 frame afterwards. Let me go and see if I did. Yeah, I did. Not 3 frame, it's with a quick and normal. And then later on I did 3 frame. Just to see if I had it right. So I'm like, something is up. I had to figure out why I was getting hit there. But I think this is more what I need to do is figure out little nuances like this so I know what to do in certain situations. I don't practice enough situational shit. Or when I get hit by something, like, why am I getting hit by it? You know? I was doing that enough in the past. I really started doing that when I started playing Chun-Li because Chun-Li has so much stuff that in situations becomes viable. For example, with Blanca. Blanca can only be punished on his Blanca ball with Chun-Li with EX legs, which is super situational. I didn't know that until I tried it out. And then somebody Walk Up Throw told me that in a practice session. And I'm like, oh yeah, I did practice that. So, this isn't what he was doing, but I'm just trying to see how I can get framed. Now that I figured out what he was doing, I'm trying to see how that can be made more guaranteed. If there's a way for me to get out of it aside from reversal, which there is, because there's clearly that is -4. So now I'm pretty sure I'm doing God. No, this is wrong. And I think I recognize it really quickly too, because stand jab's not 3 frames. His stand like hits 3 frames, so it's gonna always work. Yeah. Yeah, I must mess it up. I'm very bad at recording, obviously. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's right. Pretty sure that's correct. So once I got that, then I tried it again. I'm like, okay, let me make sure that there's nothing you can do out of that situation. And it should still punish. I should still be able to punish this. Stand jab, yeah. And even at range, I should be able to punish it. Okay, no, not at that range though. So now I know if he does it at range, it's relatively safe, and I'll get hit with stand like kick. But I can do stand like kick myself, and it's 4 frames. It seems. I actually don't know all her frame data by heart, so like I know some stuff just from testing. But yeah, like I have options. I shouldn't be get hit by that. But part of that too was likely just online, because that's how online works. So not taking away anything from him. He did what he had to do, but yeah, and in that situation there, I'm just like, I probably would do best to just take this shit. To be honest, like either V reversal if I'm not in V trigger, or just take the pressure, because pressing the button there is just not lucrative. At most, you'll get a grab. If I press a button, I'll get crush countered, or I'll get hit for more damage, get a ton of stun. He grabs me, it's whatever. That resets the situation, honestly. So I can just kind of go from there. So yeah, this is what I'm doing now when I lose. And doing this as far as with poison has been helpful. I've definitely learned quite a bit. Overall, I feel a lot better about the character than I did before. I feel a lot better about playing her. There's a lot that I have to still learn. Particularly what I've been realizing is that I don't establish enough of a zone when I'm playing as her. I play her more as a mid-range pole character rather than establishing like you can't walk here, you can't step here. So I have to play her more like a Dawson or a not like a Gao, because Gao has projectiles, he can make the entire screen his own basically. But like with those characters, I have, you can actually just set up a certain area or a certain perimeter with like you can't hit this area, this is it. And we need more characters like this. I just wish Capcom would stop being so conservative with them, because right now the only real like super strong zoners are Monat and Guile, and that's pretty much it. Oh, and Sagat. Well, Sagat's not even that strong. Sagat's pretty good, but he's not super threatening. I don't feel like, oh fuck, I'm on lockdown with Sagat in play. It's just the players that play Sagat happen to be very godlike and keeping you out. Right, and this is the part too before I end this one. This is when I was trying to figure out what I could do about his goddamn stomp. And this is when I realized how good Shocking Heal is for an anti-air. I'm like, oh, this is better than I thought it was. Like when I first tried her, I didn't understand Shocking Heal at all. I'm like, okay, it's just a combo move. And I hate moves that are just combos that have no utility. But Capcom has been pretty good. Say what you want, Street Fighter 5, Capcom's been pretty good about making everything have a purpose. Either if it's just one singular purpose or something having like multiple purposes, but everything has a purpose. There were things in Street Fighter 4, I can't go through them now because I don't feel like my brain's not there. But there were things in Street Fighter 4 that felt like, okay, this move has no purpose whatsoever, and this character's working toward. Like Jury's jump round how? No, jump fierce. I think that's the one, whichever one it was. There's a normal she had. It was like, why she have this? Because it doesn't give you any advantage. It actually puts you at disadvantage because the knockdown's not a hard knockdown. But then in Cross Tekken, they fixed it by making an actual a ground bounce, and that made it so much better. Made her so godlike. The reason I bring it up is just to say that in this game, I feel like, with the exception of a few jump normals, everything is like every normal in this game or every special in this game, I feel like it has a purpose. So a specific purpose as well. So in this case, Light's Shocking Heal is a really good anti-air. And in this case, Crouch Medium Punch, oh my god. Like, this is so silly. And I love it. Please don't, y'all better not get this nerfed. Please don't. Like, can a character have some anti-airs? Like, even with anti-air jab, my problem with them with anti-air jab itself being easy to do anything like that, it was the only problem that I really think it had was that it was too easy to get reward off of it. So because you got air reset so hard that people just dash on you and flip and get a free mix-up, and made it silly. But jabs or lights being anti-airs is not a problem. It's not, this is not the first game to have that. Hell, there's jabs and lights in King of Fighters 14 right now, they're anti-airs. So it is what it is. But I digress. My point being, Crouch Medium Punch being her anti-air is fucking great, and I hope it stays that way. But yeah, she has options against Head Stomp that I just wouldn't consider at the time because it was more of a match. It's my first time ever playing that matchup, and considering it was, I think I did okay. I also like that her and Bice have the same taste in hat. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I think I'll go ahead and end it here. So thank you for checking this out. This is a longer video than usual since I'm starting a new character, and I feel like I needed to do that. I haven't started a new character in a long time. Aside from the last time I started a new character was Chun-Li. And Chun-Li worked out. Chun-Li has worked out very well, and I'm still playing Chun-Li. So just to make sure we don't have that twisted, it's not a case where like I'm looking to replace Chun-Li. Chun-Li is actually fucking awesome. I love playing her. She's so fun. But my Chun-Li does still need work, so I'll be working on Chun-Li again as well. But I did want to try and play another character, and Poison is one of my favorite characters in the series. And this new version of her, while I was not enthralled by it at first, has grown on me a lot, and I'm learning quite a bit. It's helping me with my spacing and my control. So I'm very glad to play her. She will probably replace Falke, because as much as I have done well with Falke, and I keep saying I should probably just keep maining Falke, Falke has a lot of faults. Falke has a lot of faults. Falke has a lot of faults that make it hard for her to win certain matchups at high level. And even though I'm no longer competing at a high level, as I said on Twitter, I was sticking to that. I do still want to compete at a certain level, and I don't want to go through the frustration of like, well, this character is missing certain tools. I think if Falke had a 3-frame normal, she'd be much better. And if her reversal wasn't 12 frames. But I don't know. I don't know what to do with Falke to make her better or more entertaining or more enticing. I like the character, but she is boring. There's no lie about that. yeah, as far as Poison though, I like playing her. It's been enjoyable. I think the only thing that I would want personally, if you would ask me personally what I want from Poison, I don't think her whip normals are so obnoxious that she can't get a projectile. I would love for her to still have her fireball, and for it to be chargeable. That would be dope. But I know there's no chance of that happening, so I'm not even gonna put that in the air. So with that withstanding, the only thing I would want in a perfect world would be a reversal. It was just EX, like her EX shocking heal being like a true reversal would be kind of dope. Just because when a game is oppressive, where defense is already kind of a struggle, not kind of, it is a struggle. It would be nice to have an option that's not V reversal, because V reversal is so baitable. But an option to just like say, hey, right now get off me, because even her super's not a good reversal. Her super's like 13 frames, and it's just not great as a reversal option. So doing a super on wake up is a no too. But just something that can get her out of a sticky situation at least once or twice in the match. And hey, if it's, if you punish it, it's crush counterable like any other EXDP. But I think that would be great. But if she doesn't get that, she's not in a position where I think she's terrible, or she can't be played, because her V reversal is actually really good. I think, at least from what I've experienced, it seems pretty good and not so far enough away. As far as anti-air, she has phenomenal anti-airs. I don't think they're the best in the game, obviously, but I think they're really damn good. And her ground game is obviously just very strong, and her mid-range and long range is just tight. It's my type of style. So yeah, thank you for checking this out, this long video about Poison. I'll have another one up very soon as I was looking over more matches. I thought I was gonna not do Street Fighter 5 content for a while, but the bug hit me after I took a week and a few days off, a week some change, and I was like, okay, let me just get back here and try Poison out. And then next thing I knew, I'm like, oh, this worked out fantastic, cool, I guess I'm doing this now. And yeah, like I said, I just changed my mindset when I play online. I try and live with myself. One thing I have done that's really helped is that if I sense at any point that I'm getting salty, then I start wrapping it up. So basically it's like, I can feel that salt flowing in my veins. I might get one more set in, or I might get one more match in, or I might get one more thing in, and then I'm calling it a day. And the minute I feel that salt level hit to where I'm like, nah, I gotta win, I gotta play my main character, I'm like, nope, stop. Even if it's against a friend, just hit them with the good games, leave, go to trainer mode, figure out why you're frustrated, and do that immediately. I think that's been a big help, and I'm gonna try to do it not just in 5, but in all fighting games more often. I used to do that, and I think certain things with the way that fighting games have gone for me in recent years, I've not been doing that as much as I need to. So we're gonna get back to that now. More learning. Let's just blindly go online. I'm not gonna go online and just play matches blindly and just not get anything out of it, basically. But I have been making good progress. I think Poison's working out. So if I have my way, then I'll be playing Chun-Li Poison the rest of Street Fighter 5 time. Like, if I have my way. The only way that changes is if at Capcom Cup they release Rose, because if Rose come in this game, sorry Chun-Li, sorry Poison, I'll be playing Rose unless they take a fireball away. Then I'll be angry, but I doubt they do that. They wouldn't do that. I hope they wouldn't do that. But yeah, anyway, thank you again for watching. Drop a like on this if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything from it. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more gameplay videos. It'll be a little bit more balanced now. It won't be like 3 or 4 videos a week. Probably, well, 3 a week will probably be decent. Probably Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday I'll upload. I'll try and do one fighting game. Wow, I sound old. One fighting game video a week, either with Street Fighter 5 or Grand Blue comes out. Grand Blue, that's not until February next year. Samurai Showdown. I'll be playing Soul Calibur again soon. I'm playing it again now, actually. I just haven't been recording. I've been practicing. I'm gonna switch around more fighting games. We're gonna try and do a fight night more often. That's usually on Saturdays. I'm gonna try and stream that and then record it and then put it up on here as well. Monster Hunter's still going up on the channel, and then our game night stuff. So a lot to look forward to. And yeah, I'm still playing Street Fighter 5 because it's still fun. It's just have to rethink my approach. It's been helpful. It's been good. Taking that break did help. So anyway, You guys have a good one. Let me know if you like my quiet voice. I'm speaking low right now because it's very late at night and I'm recording this. I just felt like recording it now. I've been trying to record it all week and I just haven't been able to get the energy to, but I'm recording it now and I'm like, I don't want to wake my roommate up. I don't be rude. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to bed. It's the weekend, so I'm off and this is a 3-day weekend, so whatever. But I'm going to go to bed. So I record this and get it edited. This will probably be up sometime Saturday. August 21st, right? Yeah, so, I always hit things when I'm recording, and it comes through and I'm upset about that. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll holla at you later.